Uh, Mr. Rajnish Kumar, the Managing Director of SBI, has joined us on the phone line. Good morning, Mr. Kumar. How do you read this withdrawal limits on JDY accounts of 10,000 a month, and beyond that, only after checking genuineness? How would you handle this rule?
No, we will handle this rule. There is no problem. That we always develop some capability in the system. And in fact, even the way these accounts are operated, most of the accounts are operated through BC channel, what we call business correspondents. And the way it was worked out that BC, they were not drawing too much cash from the banks. They are circulating the cash. People deposit and people withdraw. And normally the size of the transactions would be, average size of the transactions would be in the range of 1,000 to 1,200 rupees. So I don't think that it is going to impact in any manner the cash requirement of the people in the rural areas. But placing this limit is a good step so that these accounts are not misused. In the State Bank of India, we have taken a precautionary step already.
So, Mr. Kumar, can you give us some numbers? Because, you know, reports suggest that deposits in the Jan Dhan accounts had surged to almost 30,000 crores between November 10th and November 25th, almost 50-60% higher than what we saw in the previous 12 months. Are these reports accurate? And what are the exact numbers about how much money has gotten deposited into Jan Dhan accounts recently?
That industry level figures I don't have. That figures you may have to obtain from Reserve Bank of India. But there were some accounts where deposits might have happened, not at the BC level, because we had put a restriction of 2,500 rupees either deposit or withdrawal during the day. In a fully KYC compliant account, there is no restriction on deposit. If a person goes to the branch and deposits, it is treated like any other account.
Okay.
For a non-KYC compliant account, the limit was 49,900, 50,000.
Okay.
And 50,000 and above, you need PAN number. Below 50,000, you don't need a PAN number, and that's how this thing. So the deposit increase in the State Bank of India, I'm told, has not been as much in Jan Dhan account.
Okay. So, just wanted to ask you, would you think that payday will go on smoothly up until December 1st? Has the arrival of cash improved?
Smoothly word I will not agree. But yes, arrangements are in place at all our branches. We have estimated the requirement of cash based on past transactions. Some data analytics has gone in. We are issuing tokens also at many branches. So we are trying to smoothen the process as much as possible. And you know, there is a lot of push for digital also. So I think there may be some problems at some branches. Even now, forget about the payday. The problem is not across all branches, but certain branches where the transactions are higher. So these branches may be impacted, but in terms of putting more people on the counters and managing the crowd in an orderly manner, all those steps have been put in place.
So, Mr. Kumar, how many, if you can just quickly tell us how many ATMs have been recalibrated up until now, and when will the total process get completed?
SBI, the last count is about 39,000. Out of 48,000 ATMs, 8,000 are recyclers. So their recalibration will happen later because right now they are just accepting deposits. They are working as cash deposit machines. And these machines, of course, 2,000 rupee notes, I think almost all machines are dispensing.
So is the government taking cognizance of the unusual swelling of money in the Jan Dhan accounts? Have you all been asked to investigate or at least prevent withdrawal or control withdrawal in accounts that suddenly got a lot of money?
No, it means withdrawal limit, it has come only today. Earlier there was a limit of 24,000 per week. So they were governed by that. As I said, that the way these accounts operate, they are all through BC channel, and in SBI at least we had a daily limit of 2,500 at par with ATMs for deposit and withdrawal. So we were subject to that weekly limit, but now these new limits have come into force, so it will be now subject to these new limits for the month.
All right, Mr. Kumar, we'll leave it at that. Let's touch base maybe 24 or